In this screencast, I'm going to show you how the dispatch system works in the Sellr e-commerce platform. So this is where you can mark your orders as being dispatched, and you can automate emails going out to your customers with tracking links in them so they can see when they're going to receive their packages. So let's take a look at this now. I've created this order at the top, and if I click on the order number, you'll see it's just a simple order with 2 items in it. There's a card game, and underneath this GoPro camera. So what we need to do is go to the Sales Manager and click on the icon in the Dispatch column, which is this one here. And if I click on that, that takes us to the Dispatch Information screen. So this is where we create dispatches. So what you need to do next is select what you're going to dispatch, because of course you can either send it all in one go, or you can create lots of dispatches for one order if you're sending items in an order separately. But we're just going to do it all in one go. So you either put the quantities in there, or I'm just going to click on Select All here, which will do that for me. Choose the dispatch date, that's just today's date by default, and then I'll tick item is dispatched, send email now, and then in the tracking code I'll put ABC123, and in the other information box I'll put you can track this order at, and let's just put in this case www.royalmail.com. Of course this could be USPS, UPS or FedEx, it doesn't matter, just put the URL of where they can track it there. And if I click on create dispatch, that's the simplest way you can do it. So if I click on view email, you'll see the email's gone out to the customer. You'll be pleased to know the following items have been dispatched. It shows the items, shows the tracking code, and it shows where to track it. But we can take this one step further. If I delete that dispatch, then let's click on the manage link for dispatch presets. Because for example, if you're always sending stuff with Royal Mail, then you want to create what we call a dispatch preset. I've already done one here. If I click on edit, the title I've put as Royal Mail, and then in here there's a bit of code you need to put in, which is basically a hyperlink. I put click here to track your items, and in this section here, the URL the hyperlink points to, I've gone onto the Royal Mail website and I've got the URL they're currently using, and I've pasted that in there. But instead of the tracking code, you can use our tag, which is ROC_tracking_ref with pointy brackets on either side of it. Okay. If you can see that there, you can just, again, you want to check with Royal Mail, if you're using Royal Mail, that this URL is still up to date. I wouldn't necessarily copy the one in here in case they've changed it since it's been recorded. But this is how you do it. You find the tracking URL and you put it in there. And then if I click on Save Changes, I'm back. So now we've got a preset called Royal Mail. So next time you come to do this, you'd click on Dispatch and then select all, because we're going to dispatch everything. Item is dispatched, send item now, but this time we can choose the preset, Royal Mail. And so if I put ABC456 in here, then that tracking code is going to get put into the information we've got in the other information field. So when I click on create dispatch, now if I click on view email, it's going to say click here to track your items with a hyperlink. And in fact, if I click on it, okay, I made up the tracking code, but if I click on it, it's going to take us in this instance to the Royal Mail website, and it's going to say it doesn't recognize the number, obviously because I made it up. But that gives you that's how you can put a link directly in the email so that they can track the order directly from the email. And so just so you can see this a bit better, if I click on back, you'll see when an item's been dispatched, you'll see the shipping status shows it's dispatched, or it shows part dispatched if you've only sent a few items in an order, and you get a nice icon in the dispatch column as well. So if I click on that icon there, in fact what we're going to do now is we're going to delete the dispatch. And let's imagine if you weren't dispatching it, you just want to set it as to be ready to send. So we want to set both of these items to be ready to send. So this is where you've perhaps packaged it up, but you haven't yet sent it. It's kind of waiting for pickup in the warehouse. So you choose select all there, and this time we're not going to tick the item is dispatched. Choose the dispatch preset if you've got one. Enter well, actually we won't have a tracking code yet, so we'll just leave it as that. Click on create dispatch, and so now that's what we call ready to send. If I click on back, you'll see in here it's shown as all ready to dispatch, and you get a little icon there as well. And so when it's been picked up by the courier, then you can simply click on the dispatch icon there, click on edit, you can put the tracking code in, click on save, and then you can click on dispatch. So when you do that, it's not going to send the email you need to click on this link up here that says send email to send that. So if we click on that now, the email has been sent, and it says, you know, if you need to send these emails again, there's a link that says send again. So if someone says, oh, I never received the email, you can just click on send again on the dispatch, and it will do that again. So the information shown down here for your reference, you may have noticed that it lets you put in the cost and fulfillment cost. That's just for your own reference, and you'll see it on the screen here. Now I'm going to show you one other way of dispatching. If I click on delete there to remove that dispatch, if you're not using tracking, and you just want to quickly send things to dispatch and send an email out to say it's been dispatched, all you do is you tick the select box there. In the drop down here, you can choose quick dispatch, send email, click on go, and then that will automatically just do create a dispatch for that item and send the email. So if I click on the dispatch link there, you can see it shows what's happened. So if I click on view email, it shows the email. It's a very much more basic email because there's no tracking information, but that lets you just do a really quick dispatch, just so you know if you're not sort of keeping tracking details and all that sort of stuff, then that just makes it very easy to tell the customer that the item's been dispatched. And of course, if you've got items which are set to ready, you can also dispatch already in there as well. So if you've got them set to ready and you're not using tracking codes, then you can, or you've entered the tracking codes in advance, then you can set them all to be dispatched all in one go. So just a couple of other things I want to cover as well. Once you've sent emails, once the dispatch emails have been sent, you'll notice on the Sales Manager in this column here, the D email, that's dispatch email column, that will show an icon showing that the dispatch email has been sent. In this instance here, because I've been using this for the demonstration, you can see if I hover over it, it says more than one dispatch notification email has been sent to the customer. So you can see that there. And also with the emails, if you go to configure document templates, dispatch emails, this is where you can choose the email you want to send. We've got two here at the moment, but you can create your own or get a web designer to do it for you, or you can get us to do it for you and have a dispatch email exactly as you require. So there's loads of options too. So hopefully that's been useful, and you can see how you can use the dispatch functionality in Sellr to keep track of your orders and keep your customers informed of when they're going to receive their packages.